Hey everybody, welcome to Hockey SKATEDOWN. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you're enjoying our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much. Let's get started. I want to do a video focusing in on what the Devils may do with their other first-round picks, their conditional picks, if we are awarded them. You know, we have the pick from the Arizona Coyotes. If they don't win the Lafreniere sweepstakes, then we get that pick. If that's sitting around 10-11. And with Vancouver's pick, the Tampa/Vancouver pick, it's currently around 17. So if Vancouver wins the play-in round, they get into the playoffs, then we are awarded that pick as well. And right off the bat, I just want to say, I don't even want to get into who may be at that point right now, because I think with Tom Fitzgerald mentioning it on a lot of different occasions, I think he will move that pick for some help for this upcoming season, whether at forward or defense. I think he's not going to elect to pick a lot of players out of free agency, and I think he's going to make a key trade with that 17th pick. So if we are awarded all of them, I could see that one definitely being moved for some help for this upcoming season. Now, sitting at the 10-11 spot, I'm going to mention a couple of names, and I have three of my favorites that I want at that pick. So I'll talk about my honorable mentions that have been sitting in this position for a while. And I want to start off by saying Anton Lundell. You know, Lundell is more of a defensive forward. He's more known for his positioning, for his defensive play. He's not really a person to pad up goals and assists, but he can do that. He can score. You're looking at a person with a potential of maybe 35 to 45 points in the NHL. That's what they're kind of saying what he may reach in his prime. And, you know, there's a lot of knocks on him as far as his skating. He doesn't have that elite speed and, you know, to be chosen in the top 10. And he doesn't have that physical gameplay for being such a big body. So those are two knocks on him. But, you know, his defensive game is great. His positioning on the ice, whether it's in the offensive or the defensive zone, is always on point. So you're getting a good two-way forward at this spot. And, you know, it's up to any team at this point if they want to pick him, but I want the Devils to stay away from this as we have a lot of those in our system. Yaroslav Askarov, and a lot of people are questioning him as far as would the Devils take him. You know, we don't have a lot of goaltending prospects in our system, you know, after Blackwood, but I tend to disagree with that. I like Jill Sen and what he's done this previous year. He's shown a lot of promise. I like that trade that they made, bringing in Zane McIntyre for Louis Domingue. You know, I thought with Domingue being traded, I thought we'd get like a later round pick, but I like what they picked up with Zane McIntyre. They picked up a really good goaltender to help out Sen's development, and Sen's really been improving, and McIntyre's been playing well down there as well. So, you know, just to mention some things about Jill Sen recently. This past year, he's won his last 13 of 15 games. 27 games this year. He had 17 wins, 2.77 GAA, and a .901 save percentage. So he was playing really well down the stretch, and I wanted to see what he had to do towards the end of the year, but the year got you know, finished. So we'll see what happens with this. I hope he's being groomed for the future, playing under Blackwood. That would be good. So, you know, for the big club, I could see them definitely picking, if Corey Schneider is around next year, that's their decision. But if they go a different route and compliance buy him out, I could see them definitely bringing in a goaltender that's a UFA for a year or two to help out while Sen develops a little more. But I really want to see Sen and Blackwood as our 1-2 down the line once Sen gets a little more footing into the NHL. So with Askarov, I'm always a little weary of picking goaltenders in the first round. I like picking them later in the draft. So I would stay away from this right now. I think our glaring need is more with defense and our wingers. So, you know, let's talk about that. I was watching the show. If anybody hasn't seen it, it's on MSG. It's called New Jersey Devils Inside the Jersey. Now, they dropped a lot of hints in that show. You know, with Cangelosi was talking, with you know, Fitzgerald was on there. He mentioned a couple of key things, and one key thing he did mention was Jake Sanderson's name. So I know a lot of people don't want to draft this kid. I know they say that his ceiling isn't high as far as points. He's not an elite point production defenseman to be chosen in the top 10. But, you know, I've recently, after Fitzgerald saying this, I'm like, you know what, let me just see some highlights on this kid and see what's all about. You know, because Fitzgerald said that he took a really good look at him, and he wants to take another look at him at something they're doing, you know, towards the end of the summer, some sort of skating thing. He wants to take another look at him. So once a GM wants to keep an eye out on a certain prospect, watch out, because I think we may get him with our 10th, 11th selection. Hopefully not the 7th, but 10th, 11th. So getting into Jake Sanderson, he really impressed me. He's definitely a physical defensive defenseman, loves to hit. This kid loves to hit. And when you watch any videos of it, and his defensive play is sound. You know, just a thing that I've noticed, that when when an offensive player is coming one-on-one with him and they're trying to get around him, they can't. He's so zoned in on concentrating on that logo on his chest, doesn't let him go around him at all. His reach with his stick is great. If he can't get it with the reach, he automatically goes straight to taking the body, and he makes hits to remember. And when I say that, that means the person getting hit, they'll remember it. So this kid looks really good. He can move the puck. He's got a good shot, not an elite shot. And don't think about him as putting up points like McCarr and Hughes as of late. But you know, he's more of a defensive defenseman. He's good with his passes in the zone. He's good with his outlet passes, you know, rushing the puck. But his game is defense. So you know, he's not offensively gifted. But the thing with him is he's a lot younger than a lot of people taking this draft. He has offensive upside buried deep within him. He plays a safe game, and when I say that, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, but I have a feeling if he could reach that potential as far as that offensive game, I think it's somewhat there in him. It's going to take a little time for it to get out of him, though, but that's why he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, because he plays so sound. He's aggressive with his hitting. He's got a decent shot. His timing with his stick check is awesome. You watch highlights on him, and every time he goes for the stick check, never tries to trip the player, always ends up getting it and rushing the play up the ice. He's a good pick, and you know, I wasn't high on him at all. But once Fitzgerald mentioned his name, I'm like, you know what, let me take a look at him, see how he is. And he's been going down the ranks a lot. You know, he was projected to go in like 15 to 20 very early in the season, and now a lot of people have him at like lower than 10. So got to keep an eye on this one. The other one I want to mention that will be around this spot is Jack Quinn. He's a right wing. The thing I like about Jack Quinn, he's known for his shot, and he's a goal scorer. He's not known for playmaking, but he got a couple of assists this year. You know, he had 52 goals and 89 points, and that was a drastic improvement from the year before. And with him, you're getting a heavy shot. He's very elusive with his moves. He can rush the puck. He's very good along the wall with the puck and with puck protection. Getting to the net, he's good at. And the knock on him was that he was a bit older, and he was playing on a good Ottawa team, and especially with Marco Rossi. And that's what a lot of people were saying, that he was getting a lot of his points playing with him. But the thing with him was he wasn't playing with Rossi a lot during the year. He wasn't even on his line. So he was driving play on his own and putting points up on the score sheet on his own. So Jack Quinn is going to be good. He was another one that was kind of later in the draft, but with the year he had, he rose. And a lot of people pegged him in the 10 to 15 now, but now he's another one that may drop to that 8-9 position. So got to keep an eye on Jack Quinn. If he does drop, I hope the Devils think about picking him up if they're not as high on Jake Sanderson. Really like the kid. He can score. And another one outside the box name that I like is Seth Jarvis, and he's another right wing. Now, people compare his game, not saying that he's exactly the same. He will be exactly the same as him, but the way he skates with the puck, kind of reminiscent of Mitch Marner. I really like this kid. I really do. He's got a shot. He's got elite playmaking. Not just that he can dish it. He's got elite playmaking ability where he can sell the shot and make a nifty pass to someone else for that goal. He can rush the puck up the ice. He's good along the wall. He's very smart with his shots. He's got a rocket of a shot. He can roof it like no other. And the thing with him is that he has the ability to, if the play's going back up the ice, you know how some people, when they get the puck, they have to think about what they're going to do. They take that split second. Well, he's one of those aggressive players that comes right at you, steals the puck, and goes the other way. And that's kind of what Shiro and Hines were preaching back in the day, that aggressive attitude. They want that, hunting mentality that they always want to. them to be aggressive and going for the puck. And he's definitely this. This kid is really good. And if you can, watch some highlights on him. He'll really impress you. He's got great stick handling ability. He's got an ease with bringing up the puck. Definitely looks like Mitch Marner bringing up the puck, the way he can get around people. And very elusive with his movements. Sick deacon ability. And what else does he have? He doesn't make them. He makes very few mistakes. He was projected to go later, but he's going to drop to around. He was projected in the 15 to 20. Then he's projected to go around the 10 to 15 spots. So keep an eye on Seth Jarvis. And, as much as he's offensively talented, he's very good defensively as well. So he's a total package. He just needs to be a little bit polished, and he needs to add a little bit of size to his game. And he did add it this year. He did gain a lot of muscle, but he's got to keep doing that to fit his game to the NHL. So these are 3 players that I really hope the Devils go for. I like Askarov, but I really don't think... I still think we need a goaltending prospect that I think we could take later in the draft. I really think they need to concentrate on bringing in elite wingers and a good, steady defenseman. So that's why I hope they concentrate on Jake Sanderson, because his defensive game is sound. Just watch highlights on him. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He's a big-time hitter. We need that. We don't have that. I like Jack Quinn. And if Jack Quinn and Jake Sanderson aren't there, I really hope they go out the box and take Seth Jarvis. I think he's going to be a phenomenal right wing that can pad up the points. So let me know what you think about this, guys and girls. Comment below what you think about who we may be drafting in these 2 positions. Do you think Fitzgerald's going to draft both of them if he gets these additional picks, or he's going to draft one and trade one? Comment below, let me know. As always, thank you all for watching. Please smash that like button and join our hockey team. Subscribe to the hockey channel. Thank you all so much. Have a great night, great day tomorrow. Take it easy, and be safe for the 4th of July.